Good afternoon po ulit. Here's Sir Jude, and here's the video lecture for our this short discussion this morning that was only elongated and extended because of the drawing activity. So let's begin with our first lesson about light and reflection. So why is the eight ball color black in billiards? No, that's because the colors absorbed were red, orange, yellow, green, blue, and violet, while nothing was reflected at all, making it black or colorless. For the next piece of cloth, that circular cloth is color indigo. So why does it appear as indigo? Because red, orange, yellow, green, blue, and violet were absorbed, while indigo was reflected. And on the other hand, for the orange carrots, no, the colors absorbed were red, yellow, green, blue, indigo, and violet, while orange was reflected. For the two types of reflection, you have specular and diffuse. You predict the type of reflection each surface will produce and justify why. Let's start with the shiny refrigerator door, no? So that will give us specular reflections because of its even, flat, or smooth reflective surface. Okay. On the other hand, for the dirty old windows or the unpolished windows, they will give us diffuse reflections because of their uneven or dirty reflective surfaces. Okay. Now, each group, I ask you to assemble this demonstration. So we have a plane mirror below, and on top of it, we have the protractor centered. Tapos, I ask you to activate a laser at exactly 80 degrees from the mirror. And as you can see, it formed a letter V light, no? Reflecting to 100 degrees from the plane mirror. Okay? So, let me just introduce to you the parts of ray diagramming of reflection. So first, we have the plane mirror at the bottom, represented by a um rectang represented by a rectangle. Then the line perpendicular to it is called the normal line. Okay? So, let's say for example, no, when you have the light source, kanina, kagaya ng laser, and in this diagram, we have the flashlight, no? So, the beam of light originating from the light source, we call that the incident ray, while the angle between the incident ray and the normal line is called the angle of incidence, represented by theta I. Okay? Because the incident ray strikes at the plane mirror, which is a reflective surface, it was able to bounce another ray called the reflected ray on the right side of the normal line. And the angle between the normal line and the reflected ray is called the angle of reflection. So the question is, how do we solve for theta I and theta r? And how do we even start to measure the angles of the incident ray and the reflected ray with respect to the normal line? So, as you can see also, no, we can conclude or deduce that the angle of incidence and angle of reflection is congruent to each other. So they are similar to each other, represented by theta I will always be equal to theta r. So will there be instances wherein theta I will not be equal to theta r? That's what we're going to discuss tomorrow na. Okay? So let's have our first example. A student strikes a blue laser 20 degrees from the normal line. Draw the incident and reflected rays and determine theta I and theta r. So if you can see, no, because our point of reference is from the normal line, the number 20 degrees can be confusing. So para hindi kayo malito, okay. So first is you place your protractor on top of the plane mirror. So we'll not be using any more mirrors in the literal sense, but syempre, we assume that we have one. Kasi ang focus natin this time is ray diagramming. Okay. So where do we start drawing the incident ray? Dali lang po. Yan. Okay. So if our goal is theta I and theta R to be equivalent to 20 degrees, here's the technique or the shortcut that I will introduce to you. Okay? So remember that our normal line is perpendicular to the plane mirror. So that will become, so the normal line is 90 degrees from the plane mirror. So, ang isipin ng iba dito is that if you want theta I and theta R to be equivalent to 20 degrees, then ang isipin nila is, sir, magmamark na ako ng incident ray dito, 20 degrees, tapos sa kabilang side, um, dito sa 160 degrees, no? So, mali po yon. So, ano po yung ituturo ko sa inyo? So, para malaman natin kung saan tayo maglalagay ng incident ray, here's what we're going to do. So, we use, on the left side, we use the formula 90 minus 20 degrees. That will give you 70 degrees. Okay? And on the right side, we will use addition naman. So 90 degrees plus 20 degrees equals 110 degrees. Okay? So, pag nabuo na po yung dalawang angles na hinahanap natin, then therefore, ayan, yan po, ang incident ray natin. Para makuha natin ang angle of incidence of 20 degrees. And here's where the reflected ray lies. Ayan po. Okay? Okay. If nako-confuse pa po, let's have more examples. Ayan. Making theta I and theta R in this example equivalent to 20 degrees, following the law of reflection. Okay. Next po. A camper strikes a blue laser 30 degrees from the normal line. Draw the incident and reflected rays and determine theta I and theta R. Okay, let's start. Let me just first indicate the protractor there. Okay. So remember our normal line is 90 degrees and our goal is theta I is equivalent to theta R equals 30 degrees. What do we do? So first, on the left side of the protractor, we use 90 minus 30 degrees equals 60 degrees. Tapos on the right side of the protractor, we use 90 degrees plus 30 degrees equals 120 degrees. And then, doon nyo po ilalagay, sa 60 degrees, dito nyo po ilalagay si incident ray. And sa 120 degrees, doon nyo po ilalagay si reflected ray, making the angles of incidence and reflection both 30 degrees from the normal line. Okay? So, let's have another example, no? So, sana sa multiple examples natin, natututo or nagigets na po kung paano po mag-ray diagram. Ito. Yan. Stage actor strikes a red laser 40 degrees from the normal line. Draw the incident and reflected rays and determine theta I and theta R. This time, ang goal naman natin is we have theta I equals theta R equals 40 degrees. So knowing that the normal line is 90 degrees from the plane mirror, sa kagaya ng sinabi ko kanina, on the left side, 90 degrees minus 40 degrees equals 50 degrees. While on the right side, we have 90 degrees plus 40 degrees equals 130 degrees. Then, doon nyo po, sa 50 degrees, doon nyo po ilalagay si incident ray. And once it bounce back, no, that will give you a reflected ray situated at 130 degrees, making the angles of incidence and reflection both 40 degrees from the normal line. Okay? So, kanina po, no, a lot of you were able, only a few of you pala, were able to successfully draw one ray diagram. Isa pa lang yung pinagawa kong ray diagram kanina, pero nagtagal na more than 10 or 15 minutes. Kaya, instead of proceeding to the new lesson tomorrow, we will be having more activities pa. And part one of your third setup. Okay? So I suggest na aralin po ito later this evening. And don't worry because babalikan naman natin ito bukas before we have your first part of kata number 3. So don't forget to bring your protractor, and kung OC kayo when it comes to measurements, kung gusto niyo talaga na perfect talaga, pwede rin kayo gumamit ng ruler. But the protractor is a better measuring device to use for this lesson. Okay? So till then, this is Sir Jude. Good afternoon. See you tomorrow and stay safe.